What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Powered by Primus, and in today's video we're going to be doing episode 2 of our Deck Doctor series, which is going to be a really awesome one. Now, before we jump into any of the lists as well as the gameplay, I want to give a huge shout out and a big thanks to Larry, one of our Patreons, for obviously getting in on the Patreon program, which had opened up the door for him to get in on the Deck Doctor series, where obviously I'll be going through lists, jamming them up with some good cards, getting some really awesome gameplay, and trying to make them as best as possible or as fun as possible, depending on what said person wants. So with all that being said, if you guys want to get in on the Patreon program, or even just check out some of the really cool rewards that you guys do get and some of the benefits, you guys can head down to the description box below, where I will have a link over to the Patreon. Again, want to give a huge shout out and thanks to Larry, so let's get into today's video. Now, going with list 1 or version 1 here that you guys are going to see on the screen, we take a completely different change when it comes to version 2, which is really funny. So we did spend a lot of time in surgery, but it did come out with some really awesome stuff. So let's first go ahead and talk about the team, which is going to be where we're going to start, and that is with King Starscream. Now, you guys may know I am a huge fan of King Starscream. I've played this character quite a bit, and I've had many successful lists. This might even be one of the best lists that we've come up with for King Starscream, because man, this list is actually really awesome. I guess I would say the final version. So getting into the first version here, we have obviously King Starscream, which is going to be our main character, our main component. Second character coming in here is going to be Nova Storm, coming in with Wave 4. Going to be trying to go for those black battle icons for the Pierce and flipping for that damage transfer. And then the third character coming in is going to be Flamor, because why not Flamor, especially when we are going into a slightly heavier blue list. But also this is going to be a mixed list. We're going to have quite a bit of oranges in here as well. And Flamor can even flip over to her alt mode, which is going to be able to give bold 1 to the team. So we are going to be taking advantage of that as well. Now, the first card coming in on the top of the list here for the upgrades is obviously going to be Decepticon Crown. You can't run King Starscream without running those 3 glorious crowns, which are obviously going to be able to stack on top of the deck, or even just flip off the top of the deck from just normal attacking. So Starscream can get that +3/+3, which also does stack. So again, if we happen to flip all 3, we will get +9, and then if we are on defense and we flip some of those, then we can get up to 9 defense, as well as our normal base defense, which is freaking amazing. The next card coming in here is going to be Null Ray of Starscream. Now, this is a really fun card. I'm always a big fan of trying to run these character-specific weapons. Null Ray of Starscream is going to be an orange battle icon, getting us in for that bold 2, which is nice. Obviously, again, it's going to be more of that mixed list. We do have Sturdy Javelins coming in for the direct damage, and we do have some ranged characters here, obviously. We do have the Laser Launcher coming in for some basic damage. We have Hidden Fortifications coming in. It's going to be able to give us that, that tough 3. Again, going to be really nice. Sabotage Armaments, because the card is just always amazing. You do have some primary lasers for that +2 damage. You have some handheld blasters, which is going to be the double blue battle icon portion here, just for that, really nice defense. You do have Pieces of Tyrannies for obviously the double oranges. Again, mixed list, pushing some damage there. Grenade Launcher, again, pushing damage. We have Improvised Shield for the double oranges, supercharged to make sure we're maximizing out on those punches when we are attacking on offense. And then we're going to have some Terrifying Resilience, which is a really fun card. It does say that you can't put it on Autobots, so you can obviously put it on Decepticons and Mercenaries, which is really cool. That does give us tough 2 and is an orange and a black battle icon for the Nova Storm. And then we do have the HV Electron Breacher, which is going to be able to give us that it's going to be able to give us that Pierce and just be another black battle icon. And then finally Crowbar coming in to round out the list. Now, this did seem like a really fun list, but we were having a little bit of issues as far as trying to make it competitive, which was obviously going to be the goal. I do think that this was a really good start. We have some really good pieces that we wanted to try out, see how they kind of felt. Terrifying Resilience was one of them. Sturdy Javelin was one of them. Just a couple of these cards to really try to see how to best get where we needed to get to, as far as making sure that we were dealing that damage. We're trying to block some on defense, be able to get some damage in on attack. And this is the one thing that I tell you guys a lot about when it comes to building decks, is you have to have a start point. Just because your first list isn't the best list doesn't mean you just scrap it and move on with something else. You definitely have to make sure that you are tuning your list and trying to make it fit you, as also well as seeing what cards are good and what cards are bad in the list. You sit there and play and go, oh, okay, well, these primary lasers, they're just not doing exactly what I want. I thought the really, the +2 was really nice. I thought the blue battle icon was nice. But as far as a weapon goes, it just isn't really giving me what I want. So I ended up cutting those from the list. And to be honest with you, I end up cutting a lot going into our version 2 here. I did think that there was a lot of potential there, but unfortunately trying to do a mixed list that has that, kind of really good attack as well as some of that good defense is really hard to try to fit in with Nova Storm and some of that Pierce, so I did end up scrapping Nova Storm. Now, I did talk to him, obviously, to make sure it was perfectly fine, and I am going to be going with Barrage for our new character coming in on that 7 slot. I think Barrage is a really awesome character, being able to get bold 2 when it comes to attacking a damaged character, and then having the 2 defense can be really nice, and we still get to keep the range, so if we do have to, want to go with these sturdy javelins again in the next list, we can also do that. Now showing you guys list 2 here, which is what you guys are going to see for gameplay today. Again, we did a pretty massive update to the list. We did get rid of those hidden fortifications. We got to pick up Battlefield Report. Now, Battlefield Report is a super nutty card in this list. Really love it. Blue battle icon does say when one of your characters defends. Obviously, you get to draw 2 cards and then put one back on top of your deck. Now, this does allow us to put a Decepticon Crown on top of our deck on defense, giving us that +3 for our King Starscream if we need to. But also, even if we happen to have a double blue in our hand, we get to just draw the top 2, hopefully, draw a couple of oranges on the defensive side of things to get those off the top, and then we get to stack a double blue on top or even a white on top. Really, really nice stuff. We are going to be putting a Disarm in the list. Obviously, just a fantastic card to always have as a one of. Thing has done fantastic for me, always, always, always. We're going to be putting in Escape Routes here, which is going to be able to allow us to flip King Starscream to be able to pick up an additional card, a plan card when we do need to get in on that stuff. It is also nice to do sometimes on Barrage if you do need to flip Barrage and try to get the Pierce 2 if it's relevant for one of the smaller characters' attacks, or even be able to Escape Route Flame War for the turn for that bold 1 if you really need to get in a bunch of damage and get that little bit extra push. We're going to be going up to 2 and 3 of the improvised shields. I'm also going to be picking up incoming transmission. That is going to allow us to draw 2, put 1 back on top of our deck, so we can stack a crown on offense. Really good stuff, essentially exactly like the Battlefield Report, just as an offensive card. It is also going to have that orange battle icon. Really good stuff to help us stack. We could also even stack those double oranges if we're trying to go in for a big hit with Barrage, especially if the opponent is damaged. Next card we're going to be picking up is Marksmanship. Marksmanship dealing that 2 direct damage as long as we have a ranged character. Obviously, we're going to have access to 2 ranged characters, and we'll always have access to a ranged character just because King Starscream will most likely be our last character to go down, which always isn't true, which you guys will see in the video today. But it's really nice to be able to get in that 2 damage. And then we do have Mining Pick, which I think Mining Pick and Decepticon Crown just cannot be separated as far as cards go. I think that it is way too relevant to be able to push that damage, to be able to stack those cards on attack is extremely, extremely needed to be able to have that in there. So if you are ever running Decepticon Crown and the King Starscream, I do believe you always have to have this Mining Pick for that interaction. It is really hard to get those crowns on top of the deck at the right time without this card. Obviously, it does allow us to plan up to 2 cards, so we can stack 2 crowns on top of the deck. Whenever we stack a card on top of the deck, we do get +1 attack. So being able to stack 2 crowns on top automatically gives Mining Pick +3 attack, and then does put 6 attack on top of the deck already before the rest of the other 2 flips, and if you have any bold and stuff. So you can get some pretty big hits. Starscream, even in an all blue list, just doing the Mining Pick stack, does get access to 15 damage, which is pretty nutty damage. We're gonna be keeping a few things here as far as the grenade launches, the Peace or Tyrannies go, the sabotage armaments. I'm gonna be picking up reinforced platings as well. I really did and do still like the Terrifying Resilience. So you guys can see the Terrifying Resilience is still going to be in the list. However, we needed a few extra pieces of armor to be able to pick up. Being able to just remove one of the Terrifying Resiliences is just really easy because it's obviously just a basic armor, and then not having a backup armor can lead to some pretty big damage on your characters, which kind of sucks. And then we are going to be bringing in Rollout for this second version here. It's going to be a nice little orange and blue battle icon since we are a mixed list. And then does allow us to, again, flip all of our characters to be able to get access to those other side abilities and not taking away a flip for the turn. Because it is very relevant, again, that you do have the Mining Pick, a crown set up for when Starscream goes to attack. So you can do a rollout for the turn, boom, pick up one of those cards that you need, and then flip back to bot mode and crush your opponent. And then everything else is going to stay the same as far as the supercharges. I am going to cut down to, I think, 2 supercharges. And then we are going to be picking up 2 Vaporize. We do need a way to be able to remove some stuff. You guys did see in the first version, there wasn't any way to really interact with the opponent's upgrades. And I've always said you definitely have to have access to those kind of stuff in the deck. The sabotage armaments are really nice, but Vaporize is allow you to pretty much get anything out of the way that you guys need to, which will be always very relevant. You guys will also see that in the gameplay today. So with that being said, that's version 1 and 2. Let's get into the gameplay, and then I will show you guys the final version at the end of the gameplay, as well as chat about it for just a second.
And they said there's nothing that they're making that gets rid of stratagems.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, right. Maybe the next wave.
Is it recording?
Yeah. God, I don't know, man. You're gonna get 2 punches if I go first.
4.
You, me, you, me, you, me, you. Let's have you go first.
All right.
See what happens.
Transform Nemesis.
The best card in my deck.
Yeah, buddy.
Have you seen my list?
Let us go into
He's over here mind gaming me.
Starscream.
I'm afraid to play Sam.
Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 4. Take 1.
Yeah, I technically could do that, but I wouldn't want you to attract stuff.
Nothing.
Okay.
All right. Draw.
This is a nice addition, but I would have to structure.
It has a double.
Let's Marksman Nemi. Let's inflame. We're back into tote. For 4.
Rockin' 1.
Put spirit match on this, making it a block spirit.
Sure go.
Oh, and impact.
Transform Nemesis to somebody.
Punch, 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 punch. 2. So we got 11, 12.
This dies.
Oh, this is the card.
Yikers.
He was like, what?
You kill the creature with the
What?
you save it.
Erratic.
I could just cast this.
High jump into Playmore. Right. Pip. Power 1. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Woo, 11.
Here's 1.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ow, what a hit.
So you give this.
Okay, I know what I want, but I'm not finding it. Ugh. This makes things weird, actually.
Brainstorm espionage calling blue.
Alright. Send barrage and I'm dying. I jump. 5, 6, 7, 8.
0. Him dead.
I'm seeing blues on defense and orange on offense, so that's pretty good. You know, just start. Start.
Back.
Yeah, permanent +1/+1 counters.
Exile your creature thing.
Which means that there's no reason not to attack.
Let's do.
And
Power
someone
punch.
board will actually play that.
Oh god.
You don't get the one counter, but you don't 4.
Hey.
Powertrain into Barrage. Bold 1. White. Pip. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
3 takes 6.
Which means it can't be blocked by anything.
Oh, yeah.
But you also put 1/1 counters on it. So when you proliferate, you give it an additional 1/1 counter.
Ready?
Yeah.
Did I play a land this year?
Not as cool as I wanted it to be.
But it has 1/1 counters on it, and it has protection for everything. It's a 1
Tap this, gain a life, and add a mana. So this makes another counter.
I'm gonna put a.
Powertrain. 11.
2.
This is a creature that when you put it down, you basically proliferate, except that you double.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, but
good.
whenever you cast a spell proliferate, don't worry about it.
Yikers.
Nemesis into Barrage.
Ooh, and you got the reshuffle. I'm just gonna. We're gonna put him there.
Oh. I thought you said your turn.
Oh my lord, you're good.
Get there. White's pit.
white.
1, 2.
Now I'm gonna do it.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, that'll do. Alright.
Not yet.
Okay, well that might have been cool. Oh my god. So we have to kill Toad, which kind of sucks.
Blocking for 2 4.
You can't use the stealth.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god. Not if I had. Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
I guess if you had unstealth cards.
Yeah, and guess what I don't have?
An unstealth card.
Unstealth cards.
Yeah, it's a 10 cost enchantment that you can cast non-land cards without one.
Pick up mining pit.
I saw one in there.
I'm like, oh.
I'm pretty sure you flipped one pretty early.
If I put this down, I +1, right? It goes up to 5. I'm
terrified.
Step, I can lift rate, so it goes up to 6. If I attack with like
All right, Flame War into Nemi for 4.
2? Take 2.
Here we go. Come on, Flame War, live.
Let's see.
Oh god.
I have seen that before when I'm googling up cards.
Toad having stealth actually is ridiculously relevant.
This gets 2 women counters. Oh, I missed those 2.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tap this to give me a mana, to give me
Uh-oh.
life.
Soaked into Flame War.
Come down to flippies. 1, 2. Oh no. Flippies look bad for me. Oh yeah, we're dead.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
2.
I
Wow.
don't know what the rules
Well,
are.
one blue.
What was the rule?
Alright, so we did.
Did we ever find out the rule on the Mega Screen?
What about it?
So he's attacking.
When you want the
If you
crown,
have sorceries,
but can't have it?
you can cast that as many times as you want. Keeps one upgrade. Because it goes back to your hand. And
Oh my god. Alright. Dead. Dead.
You win.
Dead.
I just realized double strike is actually like the best.
Drop.
Yeah, it's first strike, but also
And regular.
What is that game you play now? Like the RTS game you play with? Like, yeah, like.
I'm a,
What is it called?
8.
I'll block 1.
Yeah, seems good.
Oh wait, yeah. Just attack.
I gotta get it.
Flame Thrower. Ramming Speed.
No, but I want that one.
Nemesis.
Draw 2, cause me to shuffle.
I played this turn.
14.
14, 13. Oh my god, we live. I do get to put one on top as well.
Oh, that was a sabotage?
Yeah.
That's why I played the Flamethrower. It's
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
This is just gonna untap.
Alright, go ahead and cut. I am going to put that on top. 1, 2, white, white. Alright, so you said 14?
Yeah. So
14,
4, 5,
13,
6.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Wait, does it say tap?
6, 8. Right? 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, yeah, 8.
It's not.
Okay, so we have to do that and then that. So let's disarm for crown.
Okay.
Untap. Draw. That sucked actually. Okay, we're good. It's vaporized force field.
I have so much money.
It's mining pick.
Talking about combining that Tameo's emblem.
Attack.
with this Tameo's emblem.
So I'm gonna plan 2. I literally just drew the 3rd.
Oh, it sucks. I think you still got me though.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so we plan the 2.
15.
Yeah, and then white. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Minus 2. Yeah, you got me.
Nice.
Ooh. 3, I'm gonna banish your planeswalker.
I will let you go first.
It's more. It's +1 is.
Boo!
Yeah, Yeah. It's black.
Okay.
Okay, I'll watch those in the feed.
Nemi. 3.
2.
Oh.
Sure go.
This gets 8. Never mind, it gets.
I lost the marksmanship already.
It's a 13.
One card.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Tote.
Oh, I'm gonna put you in.
Whites. Pip. Both one from Powertrain.
Ow.
And 1, 2.
Oh my lord.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
-3, 7. Holy shnikes. Fucking hit. Get wrecked.
Oh, shoot. It doubles if a token enters the battlefield, it creates twice as many tokens instead. And if a permanent would get any counters, it gets double that many counters. It's not if creatures get one counters. It's if any permanent is any Oh yeah.
I guess let's start with incoming. 1, 2. Put that on top.
That improvised. No, you don't improvise now. Peace. Oh, you don't improvise.
Good call, good call. Let's do
Yeah, but you have to spend 3 mana.
into tote. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Bucking 1.
Got him.
You get one. Oh, but if you have more than that,
So you kill him. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want to transform Nemesis.
It will.
2. Because I can't transform him back. And I need ability.
Well, you can transform this turn, and then because I still have to attack, and then you transform to on back
Right,
to
but
your
if you
turn.
kill him, and I can't transform both of them next turn to get his +2.
Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying. I gotcha. I gotcha.
But I think I will do this once.
7. Hold on. Let me look. Hold up. Let me make sure you don't have any sneaky zaps in here. Because that just like murders me actually.
I'll save them. I don't have zaps in there.
Okay, I'll just put the 2 there.
So you put the 2 there, eh?
I think Friendly's dead anyway, so might as well.
and you can spend 1 mana to remove a counter, and prevent all combat damage to this turn. So it's basically it has as many flaws as counters.
Flame door.
I jump in the floor.
And then if you look at it, you just get
Whites.
Yeah.
Pip. Rolled 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, 6, 5, 4. Got him. And we're gonna change rollout for crown.
This one can't attack.
Oh wait.
Drop.
This is a 1/1 flying that when it gets combat damage, you play with right? I forgot.
Okay, so I attack you with 3. Yeah. This is a
Flips hate me.
Double the amount
this is
of
a
counters on
5 and a 5.
whenever a creature gets a 1/1 counter.
Oh, you know the weird part? I don't have a mining pick even in there.
Whenever a creature you control the 1/1
So if we
And then I'm
attacks,
gonna
tap target creature.
yeah, pick up an armor.
You just attack with 5 creatures. And you tap.
Yikes.
Oh, and everything with a 1/1 counter is flying.
It's escape route. Pierce 2 for whatever reason. Let's go into high jump.
I just target attracts them.
6.
Walking 1.
And I have an attracts them now.
They went through all my marksmanships there too. Wah, wah, wah.
Because of both. And whenever whenever one counter is put on it.
Ah!
So you
Unfortunately, I don't get through
put down a
it.
creature.
Oh yeah, you will.
Trigger, you draw a card.
I mean, if you leave him in this mode,
It gets a counter.
because you just transformed him, so you get bold. That's bold 3.
Yeah.
So 2, 5. You have a white. You're going through 7 on just power train's attack.
Got nacho.
So what you got here?
All of my marksmanship.
Bruh.
Swing for
What is that?
Well, you had to. You had to get to that minus, which you never do.
Story time.
Why could you? Wait, Connor, why could you not attack?
Because
Okay.
You had a 10-10 double strike.
It's actually really freaking weird what's left in my deck, actually.
And you just lost a bunch of people.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
You were
11.
drawing a lot of cards.
That's strange. I'm usually through my deck by now.
Like I said, it's been really weird.
like 5 creatures.
Like, I mean, I have 3 handheld blasters in here, 3 mining picks in here, and 2 crowns in there. Like, I haven't seen any of it.
So you had so much card draw.
Oh, man.
So the way that you dealt with a 10-10
Do I try to kill him?
lifelink is.
Can I kill him? I don't think
How do
so.
you not have, like,
I
a
mean,
million life?
with Nemi's punch after that, probably.
I don't. Oh.
You're gaining 20 life every
That's why I
time.
flipped it for the extra armor. It was like, maybe the 1 will matter. I don't know.
Let's go in the barrage.
Life doesn't have life.
1, 2, 1, 2,
Whites.
1.
Whites. Tough
White,
one.
pip.
Tough 2. Oh my god.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11, 10, 9.
Damn it.
And I flipped 2 crowns. Well, I gotta try to get 1 here.
Whoa.
Wow, this is actually really freaking bad.
I'll let you do that first. Oh, 2 crowns?
Yeah, there's 2 in there which sucked. And a mining pick. Grenade launcher for crown. God, that hurt.
The Nemesis into barrage.
2, 1, 2, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got him. Needed a white pip. Alright, can I 1-punch Nemi?
Hopefully not, but probably.
No. Oh, man. And I have to punch Nemesis. That force field is good.
I'm so sorry.
Let's roll out. I'll pick up crown. We have 2 armor here. Let's leave him there. God, we actually have to get rid of your force field. That takes 3, so we need to push 2.
put a backup beam on B.
Praying for an orange, Kevin.
Go get it. Go get it.
Oh, thank God. I like that though. All right, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
2, take 4.
Be gentle. I mean, we got 10. God, you have so much damage, man. I don't think I can survive.
How dare you?
Brutal, brutal, brutal. 1. You're good. The part of this game that I just like, I'll never understand. I'm like, whatever. Let's see what happens.
So you have 2 crowns in your head? 3 crowns in your hand.
That's why I couldn't flip to the other mode. I actually like lose the armor. Oh yeah, yeah. Man. You got a supercharge in there?
See how many times you security checkpointed me with 3 crowns in my hand?
All right, now I really hope that I get all those on defense. I'm also in the wrong mode too, so I really want to see it. Oh my god.
He left on the battle and then combined. He loses that free.
I think technically you would because it's on the other character that no longer exists. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
High jump in.
I don't care anymore, Kevin.
Huh?
I don't care anymore.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But you won't get your on defense now, which sucks.
That's why I'm hoping to just see them on defense because it doesn't matter anymore. Because it would also stack. This would be the perfect time. Tough 1, tough 2. So you said 9?
Yes.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
You're gonna live.
No, I'm not. He's punching me for fucking like 15.
Powertrain. 1, 2, white, pit, hold, 2, powertrain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We're so dead.
Alright, Nemesis.
I don't even think there's math here that can save us.
10, 13, 14, 15.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Definitely enough.
So the soldier comes back and he repeats like the
I'm going first.
Yes, sir.
He comes back and he opens your guys' room.
Do I transform? Or miss some shit?
Turn your guys' selves up a little bit. You guys are.
Or do I wait? Because if I do this...
Just transform powertrain now, and then you don't have to worry about it later. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm trying
I'm trying to save you time.
If I do this, then this, the second turn, you get to do the 2 there and get the free bowler off. Damage on him or damage on the opponent? I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, it's just damage. But it has to be on you.
Enemy, okay.
Yeah, it's on you. Yeah.
But you can marksmanship still him. And,
Sure could.
I think I might transform him right now and wait.
Yep.
Let us go into
Tidy yourselves up.
Flame War.
Okay.
Smell the stench from the room.
Oh.
Powertrain.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, 6, 5. You're halfway there. And 2 of my best cards.
Is that money pick and vaporize?
But yeah, mine pick and vaporize.
I can use
You had a drag strip.
on all of my body and
I
make
know, right?
myself play use
I know. Now I don't even know if I want to freaking give you
and
Flame
I'll
War though.
smell of magic. Wow. Alright.
Give me Starscream.
No.
Yeah. Literally, I can make it so I smell
Start
on
there.
roads.
Ignore fire and fireballs for a hand. You get to like skip taking showers.
That would go back.
You get to make your bed actually.
Oh no, you're
3,
right.
4,
Because it's not first
5.
card, yeah.
Because when
that's the
the
best.
fence happens.
3, 4, 5. How awkward, man.
What do you guys do to tidy up? They've got like bad stuff.
Into Toad.
He did.
I knew that I needed 1 orange, and I'm like, okay, I really want the
You got
KO.
2.
It's for each orange you flip on your.
Did you not play anything last turn? Incoming character?
Incoming.
Okay.
I was only allowed 1 card.
You're right. Alright, I'll risk it now. Let's do...
He asked, does bath salts have salts? And I said, say that again. A little slower.
I jump into Barrage.
I don't think it does.
Alright. 1, 2, white, pip, powertrain, 3, bear, charge.
Did you get 2 for white? Right?
1, 2, white pip,
Okay, yeah.
powertrain.
Okay, yeah. Just want to make sure.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Ooh, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Fresh salt.
You're blocking 4.
Okay.
Misa go?
I'd also like to start the bath.
Yes, sir.
Fill it up most of the way.
There you go.
You just do a check and going to
Okay, when I'm done with my
Yes,
bath,
of course.
can I have Rory? I'm gonna fill it up for Rory to play in.
There you go.
Hate it.
When you realize
But-
pets aren't amazing.
Swinging for 3.
Technically, mine is more like an extension of me, but
I probably shouldn't have done that, actually.
You have to
Don't take it back.
Energized Field is really bad. Oh, those are. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be able to hit Nemi anyway. Oh no, I need to beat the ever-loving shit out of Powertrain.
Wear your armor as well.
It works with inverted.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it going.
Wait, are they closed nights?
That's what I chose to do. So, all right, so we flipped, roll out, flip back here. We can't mess with anything.
The other way. After attack was done, then you transfer.
We were rolling the
Flame more back, bold for the turn as well. So 1, 2, oh wow, 3.
That's taking 3.
That's
in here somewhere.
Sucked.
And then attack went into and the attack still hit him. It was rolled correctly for when I attacked into you and you crushed on my attack. Because you would go into there and then the attack.
Top hat is that you have to have some sort of head accessory when you wear it.
I think.
That the top hat is like
5.
Yeah. Here's the first thing you go for.
Okay, I would like to use.
Which 5 do I have?
I think you have at least 1 crown. A mining pick.
Ooh.
Give myself a well-tailored suit.
Well, you're definitely right with the mining pick. You saw that.
They did give us you guys close, but you have you have illusion thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my
It just casts the visual illusion. So if anyone touches it or anything,
Yeah, that's my.
If I'd gotten 50, I might have had a
Yeah, because you could have gotten extra weapons. Maybe like a splash of water.
I mean, getting also the double swing with Omega was pretty brutal. That's Pierce 8 for the attack. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's
You got it on both hands.
yeah, that's pretty nutty.
Powertrain into Barrage.
Bye, Powertrain.
1, fight for position.
Oh.
Shit.
Lights are out.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, 7, 6, 5. Got him.
By 1.
It's a little tight.
Hi, Powertrain.
you control your gold. That is assuming he has a gold.
Oof, that's weird.
He's a black gold. He's got it.
as a dragonborn, I think you do have a dick.
It's gotta be
6, 7, 8. We have to do 10. Time 1. Punch Powertrain. White. White. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Terrifying for crown.
Alright.
Here we go.
Draw.
Can I roll
It's too faint. But as you get closer, you can start to
Dun, dun, dun. Jen! Jen!
You don't need
It's so good.
You don't need
Oh, I should have left it.
1, 2, 3.
and then you hear
What did you
another
get rid of?
familiar voice.
We might have recovered.
What? So you got a crown?
We might have recovered. We might have recovered. I'm gonna move these guys if you don't. If you're okay with it. A little bit of glare on that.
Nemesis in the Starscream?
All right. Secret action. Please no. Please no.
Wait, no. I want to do a cool entrance brawl.
That's
One,
About to turn into the
2,
What happens?
white, white. Almost as good.
defense though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just like
a block.
arm. Okay, there you go.
Yo, all of you guys see him.
10, 12, 16?
And I had
10.
7, so I take
I
7.
cast light behind me.
No. So it's 16,
You think 9?
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9.
cat lady.
So
We can do math. Okay.
Cleo turns.
I still have 1 crown left in the deck.
He seems a little startled, but he recognizes you guys.
All right, so I got a 1 punch Nemi.
At first, but he starts to recognize familiar
God, that's kind of scary.
You enter as well.
Of mining pick for crown.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I want to see if the skin that he's wearing
tells
is
you
dragon.
if there's a dragon around.
Okay. Dude, this is just freaking weird, man.
So the king says, "Oh, so you guys know each other, great." And he says, "Please come sit, have a feast."
Sit next to Cleo and whisper. Can I whisper something?
I'm gonna pick up crown.
You are gonna be glad you waited.
Oh, that card's bad. Don't run it.
God,
No, we're glad that we waited for him.
Yeah.
Flip back.
You got that the wrong way around.
Action.
I'm glad you waited for him.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah, I'm glad you waited for him.
Plan 2.
It kind of
You had
says,
that the wrong way around.
I wasn't going.
Pray that we see the third.
Oh, well,
The third one's probably this one right here. You can get all 3 of them in a row.
yeah,
All right.
you love us.
In an Emmy.
Did it.
And then he kind of blushes a little bit. It's like, well,
Oh!
it's not like they were holding
Oh, Kevin, you called it, man. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
They got him too.
Wow.
I knew it was
He
going
knows
to
his Starscream.
Yeah, dude, he
knows
knows.
where the crowd
He knows his Starscream. Okay. Hold on, let me, I need to change my shorts real quick.
Yeah, are you trying to give Cleo depression?
That's great.
I'm gonna get rid of my marksman for a crown.
Too late, my guy. You're a little late for that.
Game 3?
You're late to save him on that.
This is game 3.
This is game 3.
He needed that one.
Wow, man.
KO.
I'm done. This game's amazing.
No,
Starscream might just not make it.
I don't know why he convinced my character that he had to
3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. 12.
I am depressed. My
Howdy.
all of my characters are automatically depressed because of this. That is their one.
I gotta do 4 damage left.
I'm depressed.
Like you just come into my room at like 2 in the morning planning to kill me, and you see me sitting
Sorry,
in my
Starscream.
bed huddled up crying.
Oh, I can't do that.
This sucks.
That does suck.
Yeah.
Alright.
This was my system reboot.
And there's.
That's
I think I should have just swung and got 6 damage.
Sorry.
You
Okay.
have no green in front.
No.
It's incoming.
So
I need to draw a grenade launcher.
No, you don't.
A mining pick.
No, you don't. Did you get a money pick?
I have a plan B. See what?
I thought you had an extra money pick in your hand.
No, it was 1. I chucked the second one.
Oh.
he did.
Yeah.
They,
Because I was like, I won't need this.
kind of gestures.
Alright.
Yes, I'll come up with something. And he scurries off a little bit. His
Damn
not
it.
what I
Why are you smiling?
It's not what I wanted. Alright, now the question is, I have to put something on top.
I have waited for
And I
this.
don't know if I go for the white pit play
on a platter.
or I go
fancy platters,
for the
sets it in
orange
front of the
play.
And
Well, I have to do
sets
4.
it in front of your
Doesn't
super
weigh
jack,
more than
bows
5
and says enjoy.
Please say it weighs 5 pounds.
Sure.
Mage hand it and pulled it.
Raw.
For my
Alright.
students.
forget
What is the point
Transformer.
of that?
Nah, I
To make it good.
Oh, yeah.
And I like using magic.
We
So
good.
you're
Flame War.
As you guys
Good
are-
games,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Everybody's starting
Damage.
to
Yeah.
king and queen.
Holy, that was freaking nuts.
Alrighty, now showing off the final version. I still think there's a few tweakings that need to be done, but it's honestly in a really, really good spot. And I think the last bit of tweaks is more of kind of just based on meta, just making sure that like your consistency runs really well. I know one thing for a lot of players, they say that they have to run 3 of a card if they ever want to see it in the deck, whereas sometimes if I run 3, I see it too many times, so I like it number 2 as like a really good spot. So some of those are going to be kind of basic. Maybe you want to lean a little more towards orange, and then I would say to kind of pick up, you know, another double orange here or there, or maybe you want to lean a little more blue and you kind of cut some of those double oranges back. It's going to definitely come down to meta and as far as a little more about what you're getting into. The only things that I'm really going to be changing with the final version is I'm going to be getting rid of rollouts. The card I thought was doing pretty well. There were some situations where I thought it was really nice, and then there were some situations where I thought it was really bad because I really didn't want to have to flip my characters all again. Sometimes it was really nice to be able to flip Starscream, which was the point, but then I would flip over my Flame War, I'd get the Bold for the turn, which was nice, but then I really needed the Tough on defense, or I really wanted Barrage to be able to attack the next turn in bot mode, and then I was unfortunately stuck in alt mode, and I had to waste the flip, so it just became really awkward as far as when I wanted to ever pull off that card. Now, with getting rid of 3 of those, I'm going to be picking up another Supercharge, which is going to put us at 3 of those. I'm going to pick up a 3rd piece through Tyranny, because I think in some situations it can be really nice. And then I'm actually going to be picking up 2 Pep Talks. So that is going to put us over at 41 cards. I just found myself kind of running out of cards in certain situations, or I'd have, you know, 3 crowns in my hand at some point and not really be able to get other cards as gas. Yeah, I'd be able to, like, I'd just be constantly drawing just these double blue battle icons or double orange battle icon cards and not really being able to benefit from it. So it was really nice to be able to put in these Pep Talks to get me some extra cards so I can really kind of keep the motivation going as far as with cards. And then also really nice with Mining Pick, because that does obviously be able to give me extra fodder for Mining Pick when when I needed to do it. And then I did change up a few things. Normally with this list, I always want Reclaim because it's always been really hard to be able to constantly be getting these crowns. However, with this list, for some reason, it's absolutely amazing as far as getting the crowns. You guys did see in the gameplay, I always had them. I was constantly swinging for 18 throughout the night. I was getting in for, I even like 22 at some point because of the way I was able to stack the top of the deck and then get double oranges, which was really, really amazing. Nothing is better than playing a Piece Through Tyranny with a incoming transmission on top of the deck with a mining pick. That gives you the one, the double oranges are on top, and then attacking it to double plan, crowns on top. You can do some pretty insane damage. So that's been really, really awesome to be able to do. This deck is absolutely super fun. It actually did really well as far as mixed lists go, being able to block for a bunch on defense, as well as taking things down on offense. It was a really, really fun list, and I absolutely loved playing it. Now, I really hope you guys did enjoy this Deck Doctor series, with this being our episode 2. I'm going to be doing these probably every 2 or 3 weeks because I definitely have some really good lists coming to you guys in the future. These are a really fun thing. And then again, if you guys want to get in on these, or if you guys just want to check out your other rewards that you guys can get from our Patreon and become bigger supporters of the channel, obviously head down to the description box below and you guys can see that link over to our Patreon. Really hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.